Well, welcome back to another video. In this one, we'll see how the system settings work. Within the menu, go to Settings, go to Vehicle Settings, Driving Mode, that's in the other video, but here you have other options, like Alarm System. The bike has an alarm. You can set it with your remote. The warning signal you can do intermitting, so it's off and on for the noise, and rising is, well, it gets more noisier every time something happens to the bike. You can put the tilt sensor on, so when your bike is lifted, the alarm will go off, or it has a certain angle to side. Arming tone, when you press the button on your remote, it arms and disarms, and then you can hear it that you did it. But usually you can see it by your blinkers. It will blink once when you enable it and twice when you disable it, or the other way around, but one of the other. And you can also put, you can arm it automatically. When you stop the bike and you don't do anything with it, it arms like 10 to 20 seconds, somewhere in between. I don't use that. That's for me it's annoying, but if you forget a lot, do that. Then you have RDC. That's the tire pressure warning. I have it on off because I ride with low pressures, and you can see what happens when I turn it on. Front tire pressure not at set point, stop immediately, check pressure, you get warnings. And because the rear sensor hasn't sensed how much pressure is in it, that one would go here. Because it doesn't sense it yet, I don't get a warning, but otherwise I get 2 warnings every time. So now we're gonna put that on off. I don't want that. Lights, automatic daytime lights, off or on. I have it on, so my lights are always on, fine. This is hill hold control, or I don't know the shortcut that BMW calls it, but whatever. It means when you're at an angle and you're stopped and you press the brake, if you have it on auto, the bike will hold its position, so it will keep the brake on. Yeah, normally in the car it's hill hold control, but on the bike it's something similar. For me, off-roading, it sometimes interferes. That's what I think. And it locks my rear brake, so I don't want that, so I have it on off. And that are all the vehicle settings. Then we have some system settings, date and time. Well, we can set the time, hours and minutes. Scroll wheel for that one. To the right for the other menu, and okay. GPS synchronization with the data of the summertime and wintertime changes that we sometimes have with time. It will automatically set the correct time. So just leave it on. Time format, I use 24 hours, set date. Not that hard, which date it is. And the date format, days, months and years. Units. Well, I live in the Netherlands, so we do everything with kilometers, bars and Celsius. But if I would go to the UK, I can set all these settings to miles and PSI. And if I go to America, I use Fahrenheit. But it helps when you're riding, so you can see the actual speed that you're going. Well, English, or the language, I have it in English just for this video. Normally I would have it in Dutch. But as you can see, you have a lot of options that you can use. Connections. You can pair your mobile device with this bike. And you need the BMW Navigator app. And if you have the BMW Navigator app installed on your phone, you can see the speed limits on your display while you're riding. It only gives a warning, and it only sees, or it depends on your phone and your location where you are, so it can see what the speed limit should be. I don't use it, but it's a possibility. You can also pair your comm from your rider and from your passenger to the bike, and then you can talk to each other, but well, that you can already do with your comms initially, but you can also do navigation instructions and also music through your phone in your bike to your comms unit. So you can use your Spotify, and that you can also use through the TFT screen. Display. Standard is 80% brightness. For me it's enough. Here you have the speed limit info like I just talked about with your phone, and status line content. These are all the options that you can have here in the top when you're riding what you want to see. Fuel tank level, total distance, trip meters, consumption of your gas, riding time, your last brake time, your average speed, that kind of stuff. I don't use that all, so I will disable them all, unless for what I use. I would like the fuel tank level, total distance, always handy to know, and at the bottom, tire pressure. That's all I want to know. But you can customize this as you like. Information, well, what kind of license there is on this bike, I don't know, I don't care. Software version, mainly for the garage, which software version you have. Sometimes there comes a new firmware version or software version and they can update it. That's all not that interesting. And you can reset everything back to factory default. That's basically it. That's the settings menu. If you have any questions, let me know.